Hello and welcome back to the 7 Steps to Financial Freedom and Independence course. This is part 6 of 7, where you will learn your life purpose, what makes you happy, and how to get paid for doing what you love. Without any further ado, let's crack straight into it. Here it is, the 7 Steps to Financial Freedom course. Let's have a look what we've done so far. So by now, you may have already completed part 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 of this course. If you haven't done so already, you might want to go back to the start and have a look. But I'll just quickly go through what we covered so far. Mindset and making changes to save money, paying off debt using the snowball avalanche method, how to create an emergency fund, how to invest to beat inflation, some information about side hustles, online businesses and passive incomes, and now you're on the life purpose part and what makes you happy and getting paid for what you love. What will you learn by the end of the video? You'll learn some ways to how to find your life purpose. Is happiness worth more than money? And I will show you an amazing spreadsheet with some examples that will show you how you can make a list of what you love, and then you can decide which ones you could do that could possibly make you money as well. And then I will tell you what the final part of the course is. So, how to find your life purpose. First of all, you've got to work out what you love. How do you do that? Well, it's not by staying in. You need to travel more, explore new places, people and cultures, spend quality time with your friends and family, try new things and work out what makes you truly happy. Open your heart and try to disconnect from the conditioned mind and your ego. You can plan for the future, but try and accept the present moment. And try and accept any thoughts and feelings you have, but just try to be the observer of these things and breathe. Also, you need to feed the mind, the body and the soul. Exercise, read books, listen to audiobooks, watch podcasts, eat wholesome food and healthy food, explore meditation and enlightenment. Learn to be your own best friend, laugh at yourself and notice the amazing world we live in. And don't take things or yourself too seriously. Ha ha ha! Then do it. Do what you love, whatever it is. There's some ideas on how to find your life purpose. Let me know in the comments if you know of anything else that could help you do it, or what you've done, how you've changed your life to help you find your life purpose. Is happiness worth more than money? Well, the answer to that is yes. As long as you've got a roof over your head, you're in a happy environment and you can afford your expenses. Yes, happiness is worth more than money. It doesn't matter if someone else is earning loads, but they're constantly working 12 hours a day. Imagine that. You're sat at home, living your life to your specifications and to what makes you happy. And some of the most rich and famous people on the planet are extremely unhappy. Some find themselves and their families have addiction problems, suffer from loneliness, mental health problems, and some of them really sadly even commit suicide. Such a waste of life. Self-improvement and betterment can be a really positive thing, but you need to know how much money is enough that you need to live happily. Learn to know when enough is enough. Then you should be alright. Okay, now we're going to go on the next part of the course, which is getting paid for what you love. So first things first, you need to think back to when you were a kid, when you were small, and think of all the things from that point to now of what you love, what you used to love. For instance, I used to love climbing trees, playing out with my mates, and there's loads of different things throughout my life that I've really loved. But you've got to try to think of, disconnect it from the money for now. Just think about all the things you really, really love to do in your life. It doesn't matter what it is, just make a list of it. Then all you do, you get that list, then you highlight the things you could potentially monetize to make money. But so you're doing things, and that's how you identify when you do things you love, but you can potentially make money out of it. And I will show you an example of Bob and Alice. They were both asked to make an honest list of everything they love in their lives, and I will show you that now. Let's see how they got on. So this is Bob's love list. All the things he loves doing in his life. He loves spending time with his kids. He loves cooking. He loves talking about crazy things with his friends. He loves quality cigars. Not all the time. He'll have a cigar when he's celebrating a moment, or maybe it's New Year's Eve and things like that. But he likes quality cigars, even though they're bad for him. He likes good food and eating out. He likes the idea of going camping. Some of his favourite times when he was a kid, when he used to go out camping with his family. He loves watching football. His favourite team, Crystal Palace. He loves watching YouTube. Loads of different, anything you can think of on YouTube you can find out about, including my channel, 100% Jim. Subscribe now, like the video. He loves nothing better if he's had a hard day and he can't be asked to cook, having a takeaway, whether that be Chinese or Indian. That's his two favourites. He loves single malt whiskey. There's nothing better than just a double single malt whiskey with 1 cube of ice. Just sitting there, sipping it and letting his thoughts melt away and just chilling out, enjoying his life. Another thing he remembers as well, bunking off school when he was a kid and swimming in the sea. This is kind of a reflection of me in a way. But yeah, that's what he used to do as a kid, and he doesn't do it nowhere near as much as he used to do anymore. So he'd like to go sea swimming or freshwater swimming. He likes the idea of that. Swimming in the sea or a lake or something. Big difference in salt content. He loves going for walks along the beach, whether that be with his friends, family, or with a dog, or on his own. And he can remember from when he was a kid, he used to love climbing trees. Just getting up there, and he almost died once because he fell out. A branch snapped, but he caught one on the way down and saved his life. But he still kept doing it because he loved it so much, even though he nearly died. And as well, he hasn't got time to do it anymore, but he loves playing guitar. He just loves like making little tunes and songs and just playing it. Yeah, so that's his list. So now let's see what he did, what he chose that he could do. So he's highlighted a few things that he thought maybe I could monetize. So he's got cooking. He could train to become a chef or just do little cooking videos on YouTube. Maybe he's got enough passive income so he can just do it, risk just doing it on YouTube rather than doing it for a job, cooking the things that he loves to cook. Talking about crazy things with a friend, he said he could create a podcast just like Joe Rogan did. Oof, good food. He could review food by creating an online blog. Maybe he could go traveling and like eat in different places and review restaurants' foods. Camping, he could become a camping YouTuber. Watching football, he could record an audio match summary and reactions for the blind. That's just one of his ideas that he had, or Bob. Climbing trees. Now this is one of his favourite ones he thought he could do. He could try and train to become a tree surgeon, so he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He could be climbing trees and making money for it at the same time. Playing guitar, he said he could get better at the guitar and make a band maybe, and that would be a good idea. Maybe he might not make much money from it, but he could potentially get better and better and join a band and, do some gigs in pubs or something. You never know. Could be the next Ed Sheeran. But what would be on your list if you made a love list? And which ones would you highlight? What would your ideas to make money be? I'd love to know in the comments. Let me know. While you're there, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Okay, this is Alice. She was asked to make a list of all the things she loves. And here she goes. Number 1, dogs. She loves dogs very much. Hiking. She likes to go hiking across the hills. Red wine. She loves a good red wine. Oh, yes. She loves to have one, especially drinking it with her friends and chatting shit. Skiing. She's done a lot of skiing in her life and she loves nothing better than throwing herself down a mountain on that white stuff, carving up some shapes and going all the way down to the bottom and going up the lift and doing it all again. Makeup. She likes experimenting with different types of makeup, seeing what she'll look like when she goes out. So it's a girl thing. Us men will never understand it, but that's what women like to do. Reading. There's nothing better than she does. Tuck herself up in bed, get a nice book out, read the book and chill out. She loves it. Video games. There's nothing better than Alice likes to do than lose herself in an open world full of monsters and quests and chests to open up and explore and just forget about the day, and she can do that for hours. Lego. She likes to build Lego models. She once built Batman's car out of Lego. She likes growing veg in her back garden because one day she thinks that the price of veg and food will go up so much that it's good to be sustainable. Drawing. She likes drawing little cartoon characters. She's quite good at it. She used to do it as a kid and she does it for a laugh for her friends now. That is like a party piece sort of thing. She just likes to draw little cartoon faces and logos and stuff. Scuba diving. God, she gets about skiing and scuba diving, doesn't she? She loves scuba diving. She used to go underwater, explore shipwrecks and underground caves and things like that. She loves nothing better than scuba diving. She loves it, even though it's expensive. She likes nothing better than curling up in a little ball with a cup of hot cocoa and watching Coronation Street by watching soaps. She loves it. Do, 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 do. She loves it. Coronation Street. Meditation. Recently she's got into meditation. She got a lot of stress from work and then she decided to download the Headspace app, and I'll leave a link in the description for that if you want. And she used to love meditation, and she still does, but she finds it hard to do it now and again, but she does love it, and she tries to take it into her everyday life as well. And she likes keeping fit by doing yoga and flexibility and CrossFit, which is like HIIT training, high intensity interval training. She loves busting out the shapes and sweating out on that. So that's the things, a list of all the things she loves. And here we go. She's pretty much highlighted everything apart from 2 things. She thinks she can make money out of everything. Dogs. She could become a dog sitter / walker, which means you get all the benefits from owning a dog, except you don't have to pay for the food, insurance or vet bills, and you get paid for it, so it's pretty much a win-win in her eyes. Hiking. She could create a blog reviewing good hikes and all the kit she uses for hiking. She didn't think she could make anything out of red wine. Skiing. She thinks she could train better and do some qualifications to become a ski instructor. In France, maybe. Makeup. Even though it's quite a saturated market, she could create tutorials on YouTube and how to apply makeup and stuff like that. You never know. She might rise above it. She keeps consistent and keeps going. Oh, she's upgraded. She's gone from reading. She's come out with a proper list now. Not only does she like reading, she likes reading sexy novels. So she thinks maybe I could become a voice artist, reading audio, like sexy novel audiobooks. You never know. And then Bob walked down the stairs towards Alice. Their eyes met like a magnet. Her clothes almost felt. Let's just move on from that. Video games. You could create a Twitch account and go and do some live streaming on the old Twitch. Lego. She could do Lego building tutorials online. Notice a lot of these are online. Growing veg. She could do a video log about growing veg and allotment life. Teaching people how to draw and paint for drawing. She could be the new female Bob Ross. Rest in peace, Bob. By the way, if you want to know who Bob Ross is, just go on Twitch and type Bob Ross and you'll see even though he's dead, he's still on Twitch alive for some reason. Basically, they're just re-showing his recordings. It's pretty addictive to watch. Scuba diving. She could become a scuba diving instructor. She didn't think she could monetize watching soaps, though, funnily enough. Even though some people do, by getting a job on Gogglebox, but that's one in a million, isn't it, really? Meditation. She could do meditation classes online, or maybe hire a hall out and do real life classes. CrossFit and yoga. She could create a CrossFit class either online or in person, or a yoga class. But what would be on your list? Do you think you could she monetize watching soaps or drinking red wine? Or what would be on your list? Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there as well. Okay then, so what's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. The 4% rule. Basically, I'll tell you a little bit about the 4% rule is. So when you've got to the point where you've got so much investments now and you're making 10%, maybe you're on average making 10% per year on these investments, you withdraw from those investments 4%. So you're still making 6%, so your money's still going up, but that 4% is meant to cover your expenses and everyday living. So you might think, bloody hell, that could be a lot of money if I'm living off 4% of just the interest. But in the next video, I will show you how it's not actually that hard, especially if you're quite frugal. You can still live a good life, but I will show you anyway in the next one. And it's going to be an amazing spreadsheet, by the way, so make sure you definitely watch the next one because I will be giving it away. I'll probably ask for a donation for it because it's that good, but I'll give it away free in my next video. So, what did you learn today? You learned how to find your life purpose. Is happiness worth more than money? Getting paid for doing what you love? And what's next? Congratulations, you've now completed the life purpose, what makes you happy and get paid for what you love. There's only one more course left. And don't forget, you can watch any of these videos, go back, watch them again. Make sure you put a like on them and a comment, just to say hi, so I know who's watching. And I really do appreciate all your support and everything else like that. One more video to go, then you've done it. Thanks so much for taking part. Any questions or comments, please leave them down the comments down below. Anything you can think of or anything this made you think of, just write in there and I'll do my best to answer it. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. How have you got this far in the course if you haven't already subscribed? If you're new here, definitely subscribe because there's going to be so many good videos about everything. Like the video if you haven't done so already. Share this video with one friend or family member. I'd really appreciate that. Maybe we could make the channel grow and we can reach more people and help more people. Consider following my other social media. I've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all those other good ones. And I put updates on there, so if I release a new video, you'll be able to see it on there. And if you did find value in this video and you do feel like you could want to support me further, you can please donate using the PayPal link that I've got below, or the Patreon if you want to support me monthly for the price of a coffee. Look forward to part 7 where we'll be talking about the 4% rule and I'll be giving you an amazing spreadsheet. Thanks again so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. I came for this little bike ride just to think about my life purpose. So here I am on top of a hill. I've just cycled up, having a little water break. So bike, a bag and that, water bottle. Yeah, it's quite a nice little area. It'd probably be a nice place to bring a van if you're a van lifer, probably. Just cut off the road here. It's quite quiet. Not many cars go past, probably even less at night. It's quite a nice little area. I like it. But yeah, thinking about life purpose is good just to stop and just take it all in. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a good idea to do that. Every now and again, just take a breather in life and try and remember what it's all about, really.